Me to my father, brother, uncle, Kiflam.
Yo, peace, brother.
Kiflam.
Oh,
Kiflam.
really? Oh.
Hello everyone, I'm Papa Jub Jub, and in today's video I'm going to tell you the story of the Epsilon program. The Epsilon program are mainly a parody of Scientology, however in the GTA canon they are much more. Around Los Santos you can find members trying to convert people into the cult. Let's pay one of them a visit. And note one thing quickly before this starts. I'm sorry for the NPC that's constantly talking in the background when I was trying to record my cinematics. He's a cunt.
You can ignore me, but you cannot ignore the truth.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, great. Really great. How are you? Well, I know how you are.
Do ya?
Yes, it's obvious. It's really obvious. Once you've studied the literature and done the classwork and studied in a group, it's really obvious. I'm getting really close now. Close to everything. And you, well, you're still lost. You live in the happiest place in the world, and yet you feel like life is passing you by? That's because you don't know anything at all. Everything you know is a lie. Everything. Listen, brother.
I know, but
if
it
you're
isn't my
interested in the
problem,
truth,
you know that.
go to epsilonprogram.com and prepare to be amazed.
Yeah,
Remember,
I know, but you
the
know
tract
God
has not yet been written.
asked for this, and it's really your
Okay.
damn fault.
Hey, live with your doubts, brother.
No,
I'm happy with my certainties.
you are literally fucking me.
As you can probably gather, the Epsilon program are a cult which tries to convert new members. In GTA 5 the Epsilon program are deeply shown, however GTA 5 was not the Epsilon's first appearance. Let's take a trip back in time. (1992), the year GTA San Andreas takes place, and the game that pretty much made video game urban legends popular. And one of those urban legends being the Epsilon program. In this game you can hear Chris Formage, the leader of the program, trying to get the Epsilon program recognized as a religion. However, this is not going well for him. People mainly making fun of him and not taking him seriously. To be honest, much like most of the other urban legends in this game, a lot of the stuff you hear is false. Many people have claimed to see the cult at this farmhouse, which is labelled the farm cult location. However, this is bullshit. The only interesting thing I could find was at night the windows turn blue. A lot of people are saying this could mean a big thing, because none of the other windows around the map do this. However, I don't believe this is remotely connected to the cult, because it's not really, only thing that it really is that the windows turn blue and the cult wear blue. I don't really see how that could be too much of a connection. However, there are two things I do believe in this game are connected. One of those things is something that I'll be mentioning later, so it will make more sense. And the second thing is this NPC who mentions a lot of things about the Epsilon program when he's disturbed.
Do you need spiritual guidance?
That look ain't working, baby.
Mind out. Careful, brother uncle.
I busted more balls than I can care to remember.
Kiflom.
Those two terms that he just said may sound like bullshit now, however keep them in mind because later they will make more sense. After this I went on a chainsaw massacre. Did the cult influence me to do this, or do I just have some deep demons inside myself? Also, forget what that granny said. "2013, the year GTA 5 takes place, and the game that turned all the bullshit urban legends in GTA San Andreas into real life things we could experience in the game. For example, the Epsilon program. And in this game, they have a website filled with countless information you can find on these guys. And I'm going to read you some of the more important things. To understand the Epsilon program and the powerful tools it can unleash in your life, you need to understand its founder, Christopher Mage. Christopher Mage has been on a spiritual adventure, one that has led him to the far reaches of the earth, speaking to bring meaning to the meaningless. After a soul-crushing journey through many castings and auditions that went nowhere, he made a great discovery, and Vinewood, and indeed the world, hasn't been the same since. Here is a quote from Christopher Mage. "I have achieved many great things in this life, and the one before. The earth is 157 years old, and many of us have lived and died once already. What I tell you all, Epsilonists, is that to understand the meaning of the universe, you will need to get down to the core of your being and credit score, and listen to hundreds of expensive hours of my lectures. Then you will understand and know the true form, and that is a knowing smile that lasts in eternity." Down here it states, Chris was a foundling. He had no parents. He can meditate for a really long time. The first time he played golf, he hit 7 holes in 1. He's written several great books and seared many children. He has also fought mythical beasts, but he is way too humble to describe his divinity, but we aren't so bashful. An expert in judo, tentacle sex, and tax law, Chris founded Epsilonism as a truly American religion emerging from Vinewood, celebrating worship and franchising to the far reaches of the earth. Chris established the first Epsilon Center in Vinewood and quickly learned an eternal truth. So let's dissect this a bit. Reading the tab on the website dedicated to Chris, we learn he founded the religion or cult, and it is very persistent about talking about money or your bank account, showing maybe his motive here is different from what the people of Los Santos believe. In this passage here, it shows Chris's followers are infatuated by him, talking about all of his achievements that are definitely not exaggerated. It also shows here that the Epsilon program seem to believe in some form of reincarnation and believe the world is only 157 years old. Here it also mentions that he is an expert in tax law, which is not a good sign. Something else interesting, you may not actually realize how big the Epsilon program is. I never knew this till researching this video, but if you go on this tab on the website, you will find out this. The Epsilon House of Worship. The Epsilon Group is proud to announce a new house of worship breaking ground in the Middle East, which will include a crystallized ladder reaching 2,800 feet, symbolizing the ascendance of the 9th paradigm, titled Craft Tower. It's expected to be finished in 2015. Also, we are pleased to announce the acquirance of a new building in Liberty City. New houses of worship are also planned for San Fierro, a historical building, as well as Jakarta, Sao Paulo, Rome, and Alaska. Sorry for my pronunciations of some of those words, I am extremely dyslexic. Also, a few things I want to mention. You may recognize some of those names if you're familiar with the GTA series. San Fierro obviously being their version of Las Vegas, and Liberty City being their version of New York. And something I was wondering, That picture there, I believe, is meant to be a building from GTA 4. However, I haven't played the game in like 10 years. So if anyone recognizes this building and they've like reused it and put the Epsilon program symbol on there, let me know. And also, don't be surprised if in whenever the next GTA game that's set in Liberty City, we see this building. Now, I'm sure you all have a lot of questions about the Epsilon program, and that is where you're fortunate, because on the website they have 7 common questions the Epsilon program gets. What is the Epsilon program? The Epsilon program is a major world religion with members in 152 countries. It employs science and means of clear thinking that empowers its followers to become living manifestations of the divine for an understanding of the metaphor certain to it, and human history, biology and psychology. Epsilonists are free from illness, insecurities, or any other form of weakness. Many live to be 300 years old or more. When can drugs/medication be used? Drugs should only be used for mind experimentation and never medical purposes. Epsilonists prefer the term vitamins. Medical producers from the betterment of the external self, like cosmetic surgery, are acceptable and encouraged. Most other medicines is a fraud. The fact is, science is full of lies. For example, many people used to think the earth is flat. So the Epsilonists believe that most medicine, aka the medicines which you're supposed to have, you shouldn't take because they're lies. But plastic surgery is okay, and at least they don't think the earth is flat, so that's one thing. How can you say sperm does not exist? Sperm is a lie designed to trick you into believing in the great evolutionary myth. When a man spills his seed, his body is expurged ancient alien parasites. The fact is that you've never actually seen a sperm. Okay, so the Epsilon program don't believe that sperm exists. Okay. How do you explain all the fossils and other evidence providing that dinosaurs existed? Craft placed many things in the world to confuse and challenge us, and weed out objectionable and personal and unsavables. The fact is, you've never seen a dinosaur aside from in movies, but you have seen hot fire. Fancy spending an eternity in one of those. So, here it mentions a person called Kraft. We'll get onto him later, but he's basically like their Jesus. He's like their ascendant, so they all sort of pray to, and I guess that Chris is meant to be his messenger. And the other interesting thing to mention here is the Epsilons don't believe that dinosaurs existed and believes they were a lie. How can the world still be 157 years old? Its age does not change. Time is irrelevant to the eternal truth. The 4th paradigm is quadrillions of years old. This is the 9th paradigm, and this Earth is the centerpiece. The fact is, you weren't alive 157 years ago, so you don't know for sure, and Epsilonians provide a more complete understanding than so-called geology. Interestingly, the Epsilonists seem to believe the world is only 157 years old, even though they've mentioned how Epsilonists have survived 300 years, and the paradigm is quadrillions of years old. Why are you so sensitive about craft? It is a true, so simple, yet powerful. It cannot be revealed until you have the technology to understand it. Until technology has preceded your bank account, learning the wonders of craft technology and plan for us is too soon. Without sufficient spiritual and financial investments can cause great harm to the science of the mind. The fact is, craft loves those who love themselves by committing to a life of epsilism. So this one's quite confusing. Again, he's mentioning about the financial stuff and money investments because that seems to be all they care about. But as we can see here, Kraft is meant to be some sort of deity figure to them who you don't really get to know about until you're higher up in the cult or something along those lines. And question 7, is Epsilonism a religion? For tax purposes, yes. Now this website has a lot of things that I haven't gone over. I've only sort of read the stuff which I think is really important. If you do want to read the rest of it, just go on your GTA phone. It works in online mode too. Just type in Epsilon or Epsilon program, it will come up and you can read everything there. But I'm going to read the last thing I believe is important for the Epsilon program, which is this little questionnaire right at the end. Now, it doesn't actually matter what you say, the answers you could say are yes, no, or uncertain. You'll get the same result every time. So I'm just going to read out the questions. Do you have red hair? Do you ever experience deja vu again? Do you want to understand completely to be complete? Do you have the endurance to lie with 9 partners a week? Do you consider attractiveness relative to your own attractiveness? Do you have a birthmark on your face? Do you want to be famous? Are you able to look at things and see them as metaphors for other things like trees and eagles? Can you easily ignore your entire family and join a new group of friends? Do your cheeks clear? And that's all the questions. As you can see, the questions seem very cult initiative-y because that's what they are. They say things like, are you ready to leave all your family to join some new friends? And other random questions like, do you experience deja vu? And stuff like that. So let's see what this website has said about us. So, all of the stuff here is all pretty much bullshit. Basically just saying how you need a purpose in your life and you're extremely depressed. All stuff that cults try to tell you. And if we look at the bottom here, here's the important part. To meet the Epsilon program, we have to travel through the dawn to the past picture in our brochure. Look for a red truck with a dent on the right fender. Raise your left hand and recite these words. Take me to my father, brother, uncle, Kiflom. We'll do the rest because we all know there is Kiflom and there's Krant, and both be praised. Now, before we go to this location that it tells us on the website, just remember the words Kiflom and brother uncle. They may sound familiar to you, and that's because that's what the backpack guy from GTA San Andreas was saying, which means he has to have been part of the Epsilon program, or at least a follower of it. The other thing I wanted to mention, I said there were 2 things in GTA San Andreas that properly related to the Epsilon program. This second one could be a bit of a stretch, but I'll let you guys decide. So at this spot in the desert, there'll always be a truck with a dent on its side, just like the website states here. Now, I've seen online this truck can be red before, like it says in the video. However, for me it was grey. I do think this could be kind of a reference that GTA 5 is making, connecting this truck, but I'm not sure.
Can you get a cab here as soon as possible?
Not a problem. A driver's on the way.
Thanks.
Where you headed, homie?
And stop all the bleats about
Raton
how
Canyon.
spiritual you feel.
All right, let's hit the road.
Ah, red truck, huh? Yeah, fuck it, why not? Take me to my father, brother, uncle, Kiflom.
Yo, peace, brother.
Kiflom.
Oh,
Kiflom.
really? Oh!
If you feel you've understood nothing, then you know everything. Come to Vinewood for the real truth.
And just like that, Michael had got his first step into joining the Epsilon program. Now he just needs to get over to meet them.
You have come this far, but the journey has only just begun. You waited years for this moment. You're exactly in the right place. I was lost. I sold myself. I took drugs. I was in conflict. Then I discovered an incredible truth. A truth so incredible that if I told it to you now, you would melt into nothingness. You are ready. But you are not ready.
Oh, I'm not ready.
Then you're ready.
I don't know about that.
The truth is incredible if you're capable of understanding it. We have your email address. We will send you an incredible education tool that will help you to unlock the secrets of the existence. That will cost as little as $5,000.
Oh, 5,000.
What price would you put on having the tools to understanding everything and to achieving the impossible?
The price I would put on that is every penny you've ever earned. Kiflin, Sister Mother.
Well, the price I would put on it is all the money in the entire world, because that is how much it is worth.
Well, we're offering you millions of dollars of top-quality research and learning by society's best thinkers for only $5,000.
Think about it, Michael. And if you think too long, we know you're not ready.
Kiflin.
Kiflin!
Okay.
So when you first meet these first two Epsilonists, they'll ask Michael to donate the very small $5,000, which you do to continue on with this questline. And let's just say this is going to become a very common trend. Anyway, time to gear up and meet Maureen again.
The paradigm is ending. Craft be praised. Hello, Michael. Or should I say, Zolag?
What?
Your real name is Zolag. You are a king. You lived in a cloud city, but evil forces came and cast you out. Now you are trapped here, but soon you shall be free.
Okay.
I used to be called Marnie. Now I am Shupar, Queen of the Winds. Doubting is the pathway to believing for non-objectionable persons. The literature is very clear about that.
Why is it whenever people talk about reincarnation, they're always a king or a general or a famous person? How come they're never a serf or a rock or a bug?
Oh, it is easy to be a doubtful antithesis, but be a thesis, Zolag. These are incredible truths. I used to be lost. Now I'm the most powerful person in existence. Last night, I went to 47,000 places at the same time.
Okay. This is bullshit.
Objectionable persons fall at any hurdle.
Goodbye.
Helping higher beings is the pathway to acquiring a higher existence.
I'm sure it is.
You're not. But you are on the way. Some of our true thesis holders, who also happen to be top of their field actors, philosophers, and humanitarians, require cars.
Oh.
Can you find it in your heart to be of service? The spirits shall email you their requirements.
The spirits have email.
Don't be an antithesis, Zolag. Kiflon.
So, a few things we've learnt there. First of all, Michael's new name is Zolag. That's the name that the program have given him. And Maureen over here, she said her name used to be Maury. And that is actually a character from GTA 4. Only a really small side character who you only see in like 2 little random events. Basically she tries to beg Nico for money, because she's a drug user and she wants the money to buy drugs. Nika refuses and she's all like, shit. But this is the same character. Now you can see she's really turned her life around because of the program. So she must have seen the program when she was in Liberty City and then moved to Los Santos and has now completely changed her life around. I guess it was for the better. And the other thing we need to do to continue this quest line is steal a bunch of cars. Because of course we do. And this wasn't that bad. I managed to get all the cars pretty simply because you could just buy them. But even though you could buy some of them, for some reason you couldn't buy all of them. And one of the cars, I couldn't find it and I couldn't buy it. However, eventually I found it and I stole it in the most nicest way possible.
Are we having fun now?
Excuse me! Well done, Zolag. Well done. This is the work of a true thesis.
After Michael steals all the cars, he can meet Maureen back at Grapeseed.
Imagine if the answer to everything was hidden in this bush.
Or the answer to nothing, because that is the answer to which there is no question.
Ow, it just gave me a shock. Maybe Kraft's trying to tell me something.
Unlimit your limitations. This technology is too powerful for human understanding.
I thought I had an absolute understanding now that I am a thesis.
But before you can understand your absolute understanding, you must sign up for an advanced study program. The literature is very clear on this.
Hey look, I found one! Oh wait, no, I'm reading it wrong. Does that light mean ancient alien ancestor or low battery?
Shh, Jimmy, be one with the device. Let Kraft guide you. That's real science. Hello, Zondar. Kiflam.
Kiflam. Marnie. Wait, man, I thought my name was Zolag.
That's because everything you have ever thought is wrong, Zondar. Do you know top actor, philosopher, and environmental activist Jimmy Boston?
What's up, bro?
Hey, how you doing?
Kiflam.
Right.
Yeah.
Kiflam.
Welcome to the truth.
Your thoughts are probably very confused. Chris is clear about this.
Yeah, you're neither thesis nor antithesis.
You're nothing, Zondar, nothing.
I become a thesis, bro, in record time. So Chris said I could hunt for extraterrestrials out here using this incredible meter.
This is science the authorities try to suppress.
Well, Zondar, now you can meet your people.
Oh.
Kiflam.
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 This area is a confirmed hotspot for extraterrestrial activity, bro. The device should light up blue when it finds a signal.
So after meeting Maury, she will be with a famous actor who Michael recognizes who joined the cult, much like how in real life Tom Cruise and John Travolta joined Scientology. Anyway, Maury gives Michael this device that can apparently track down alien technology. After looking around this area, finding a bunch of junk, eventually Michael will find this boot and just pretend it's important to get out of this.
Then you understand, Zondar.
I understand that this is fucking it.
Good. Then you know what it costs.
$5 grand.
10.
Whatever.
Kiflam.
And after that, Michael will donate another 10 grand to the Epsilon program and will be instructed to meet Maureen back at Los Santos.
We are all dead and we are all immortal. Hello, Zondar. Are you ready?
For what?
It is today and the tract can be written.
Wait. I can't believe that you got wrapped up in this bullshit. You seem like a nice girl.
Objectionable antitheses are worse than idiots on a sinking ship. The literature makes that very clear.
Yeah, well, does the literature make clear that you need help?
I have help. I know the truth. If you want to know me, agree to pay your dues and wear pale blue attire for the next 10 days. You should get the attire off the website. It's very reasonable, right?
What?
Are you even capable of listening, Zondar? Kiflam.
So I actually find this cutscene interesting, and I think it's actually quite interesting for Michael's character. This isn't really confirmed, but it's just kind of what I think. I feel like Michael feels bad for her, and that's the reason he's doing all this stuff in the program. Not because he actually believes any of it, because through most of this you can see Michael's kind of like, what the fuck is happening? But I feel like he's doing all this just because he sort of feels bad for Maureen. Anyway, she told us to buy the attire, so let's go have a look at the reasonable price.
$25 grand? Jesus. I mean, crap.
Yep, $25,000 of your hard-earned cash, just so you can buy this stupid, ugly outfit. However, that's not the worst part, because when this outfit comes, you have to wear it for 10 in-game days. Well, time to kill some time.
Let me know if you need anything. I just
Clean out
stopped
that
my
register
shift.
now.
Great.
Oh God! Fuck all you fucking thugs! I know Tai Chi.
I'm gonna make you bloody.
How was it? Like a total cure for eating disorder? Tell me about your boyfriend. Yeah, Jimmy, are you ready to talk about him yet?
Obviously that question is for me. I mean, all your friendships don't even last a night.
At least I'm getting some.
Well, those might have been the 10 worst days of Michael's life, or the best, but now he has finally proven himself to the program by wearing these robes for 10 straight days without taking them off, and it's finally time for him to go meet them again. Michael will be instructed to meet them by Fort Sancudo by a blue plane.
Flow through me, blue light of truth. Guide me to the antithesis of the metaverse, for I am ready.
I was told to come.
Chris needs you to take this plane to Initiate Boston. He awaits you in the east.
Okay, detailed as ever.
Truth must be revealed gradually until you're capable of understanding it.
Well, looks like now that Michael has to deliver this plane back to Jimmy Boston, who, just in case you didn't realize, Jimmy Boston was the actor we saw earlier.
Come on, let's talk! Don't be weird, man! Kiflon, bro.
Kiflon.
Got the money?
Kiflon.
Cool. And the plane?
Kiflon.
Oh, nice. You're almost the thesis of truth, bro. You're nearly there. It's gonna cost a little time and effort, and then it's astroplanes and 37,000 places all at once. And the chicks, oh! You know, Chris and I sometimes watch porn together in the nude. Just to prove we don't get turned on by it. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, Kiflon, man. Laters.
Kiflon.
Oh! Chris says, if you're ready, there's a tree of truth. Now, he'll arrange a map, but it's kind of expensive to reach this level of existence. You'll need quite a bit of money. Someone will mail you, bro. Mind if I take the plane?
Kiflon.
Well, now it's time for Michael to spend some lovely time with his lovely wife while he waits for the program to give him his next assignment.
Still need some boundaries, babe.
The next night, Michael will be instructed to meet the program at a caravan out in Sandy Shores.
Kiflom!
Kiflon.
Come on! You've discovered great things!
Kiflom, brother, father, you now know we're not alone.
And you've discovered the importance of higher beings, celebrities, like me, as people to worship and guide you to truth. Here, this is your medal for your achievements so far. Chris is very happy with you.
Indeed I am happy, Zondar. You have achieved great things. But it is as a blink of the eye. Unless you achieve more, you shall not survive the apocalypse.
Chris has spoken.
Kiflon.
Kiflom, Zondar, you're nearly a true thesis. Your antithesis is almost quelled.
Oh, it was so great!
I'm very reasonably priced, too.
Ah, quell my antithesis.
It's easy. Just bring a small donation to Chris at the Epsilon Center in the city.
But first, you must wear your medal and your attire and run 5 miles through the desert. Kiflom.
Kiflon.
Yes guys, it's that mission. The mission where you have to run 5 miles in the fucking desert without dying. Now, just in case you're thinking, 5 miles ain't that long, think about when you're playing GTA Online and you have to drive one of those fucking post-op vans 5 miles. You know how hard that is in a van. Imagine doing that on fucking foot. Well, cue the Resident Evil 6 Mercenaries theme song again.
Hey, I'm self-actualizing over here. Kiflon. 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 Hey, what's up?
Kiflon. The government in this state.
Trees talk, but they're not. Kiflon. 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 Kiflon.
Stop the car now! Police, stop your car!
Kiflon. 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 Would these trees just shut up? Am I finished?
No. Your journey is just beginning. Have you cast off the cane? Have you observed your inefficiencies?
I guess so.
Then they no longer exist. You are ready.
Ready for what?
To make another investment in yourself. Bring a generous tithe to the center in Vinewood, and I will personally receive you.
And now finally, after everything Michael has done, after all the money he's invested, and after running 5 miles through the desert, it was time for Michael to finally meet Chris and truly become part of the Epsilon program.
Craft be praised.
Welcome, Zondar. I'm so happy to see that you understand everything.
Well, I know nothing, Chris, with no H.
Well, then you know everything. Kiflam.
Kiflam.
The tract is being written. We're writing the tract together. Together. I'm writing the tract here. Do you have the cash?
Yes, I do.
Today, I was speaking with Carpeton in the Paradigm 4. And he said that we should deliver some of the Apocalypse funds to the Cayman Islands.
Ah, Kiflam.
Then you and I can write the tract.
Kiflam.
Zondar, tell me, have you reached my paradigm?
Kiflam.
Now, are you ready to write the tract?
Kiflam.
Just make sure to deliver this big bale of cash to my helicopter. Oh, and I'm sure you'll be pleased to know Kraft is very impressed with your progress.
Ah. Kiflam.
So, something seems sketchy about this. We finally get to meet the leader, Chris, and we've been instructed to deliver all of this money to Chris's helicopter so he can take it to the island. However, how do we know all this money is going to the island and Chris is not just stealing all of it? Now, this Epsilon quest has 2 different endings. We're going to go over the first ending, which is when you just listen to what he says and follow him.
Chris loves you, brother. Cram loves you. Enlightened being, transcendent
brother.
soul, all that good stuff. And lots of chicks. We've got something for you. You're going to be P-U-M-P pumped.
Kiflam.
And yes, here is our reward for all of our hard work. A fucking tractor. I actually believe this is a reference to the cult farm from GTA San Andreas, which was mentioned earlier, because around there we saw a bunch of tractors driving around. I feel like this was Rockstar sort of showing that off again. But was this really fucking worth it, Michael? All the shit you had to do, all for this fucking cult, all for a stupid tractor. The shit you had to do, the stuff you had to steal, the fucking money you had to spend. Do you feel enlightened, Michael? Do you? No. But I know what will make you feel enlightened.
You fucking traitor! After all we've done for you, you can consider your enlightenment revoked, you son of a bitch!
And you can consider this my refund.
Don't you realize how powerful I am? I make or break Vinewood careers. I will destroy you.
Gotta go, brother. Kithlam.
You are unsavable. You will be the fertilizer of the 10th paradigm.
And that's it, guys. The Epsilon program is a lie. Clearly throughout the entire questline, they were trying to brainwash Michael and get money out of him. There are a few more things I want to show you guys. First of all, I tried to go back to the Epsilon building twice. Once where Michael went along with the plan and gave the money, and once where Michael betrayed them. So I tried talking to people there, and there were two different responses, but I don't know if these if it matters if you betray them or not. But the second one, Michael, this is a completely different thing, which is kind of funny, so I'll show them to you both now.
Objectionable person.
How you doing, beautiful?
I'm wonderful person. Starting the Epsilon program, I'm a new person. A better person. Healthier, smarter, spiritually complete. Our time has come. And so is yours if you want it.
My place. Whoa! That's America for you. And I thought I needed there.
Wow, Michael, you were just meant to say fucking Kithlam or something. Anyway, I don't believe it matters what you say here. Either way, they'll be pissed at you. There are a few more things you can do with the Epsilon program on online modes. For example, get these really stylish robes, but nothing that really expands the story. However, there is one last piece to this massive, elaborate puzzle, and it needs us to go back in time. (1899), the year Red Dead Redemption 2 is set, and the game which took video game urban legends to the next level, adding things like aliens to mysterious dating-like figures to what may be the actual origin of the Epsilon program. Just to clear a few things up, I don't mean these guys. I know some people think these guys are part of the program or something to do with the program online, but other than them being a stupid cult who do stupid things, I doubt these guys, the Trelawneyans, have any connection to the Epsilon program. If you guys found any connections, let me know in the comments. I'm more interested in this man.
Well, what's eating you, partner?
Eating me?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll dry up.
What?
See, Hey, can I ask you a strange question? I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but I'm on the level.
I don't have a clue what you just said.
Well, I'm sorry, sport. There's these funny rock carvings. They look a bit like this.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I sort of really badly have to find all of them. Now, it's sort of a puzzle thingamy. I know, it sounds ridiculous, but I'm on the up and up, and it's really important.
Little rock carvings.
Yeah, exactly, little rock carvings.
What do you want to do with them?
Well, it's sort of very complicated, and you'll think I'm jazzed if I tell you.
You're what?
Drunk?
Are you?
No, I wish. No, I'm, lost. It's a long story. Can you find the carvings?
I have no idea.
Well, I sort of need them. Hey, listen, if you find them, I'll pay you handsomely. Send me details, if you can. Here's my card.
And if I can't?
Well, I'm sure you can, sport. I'm sure you can. Francis Sinclair.
Arthur Morgan.
Pleasure.
I don't understand. Why do you need these things?
Well, I told you. If I told you, you'd think I was on the hooch.
The what?
I'm gonna have a lie down. I don't feel very well. And neither would you if... but, hey, what harm could it do?
Well, that was awfully mysterious. Anyway, something that beats that in mysteriousness is if you get all of the rock carvings and then come back to his shack.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Sinclair?
Oh, hello? Can I help you?
Oh, I'm sorry for intruding. Mrs. Sinclair?
Yes? How did you know?
I'm looking for your husband.
My husband?
Yeah.
He's dead.
He's been dead since just before Francis was born 1 year ago.
Your husband, Francis, is dead?
No, this is Francis. My husband, Tom, is dead.
I'm a little confused.
Yes, I think you are. What was your name?
That's not important. Excuse me.
Now this is a completely different story about Francis Sinclair, who somehow time traveled to become a child again. All the stuff on this board possibly has a lot of meaning, and I'll probably do a video about it sometime in the future. However, the things I want to mention are how Francis and baby Francis both have red hair and a birthmark on their face, which the Epsilon program says means they could be a descendant of Kraft. Does this mean the Epsilon program may have an element of possibility to it? The truth is, we don't know. And that's the beauty of Rockstar games. They never give you the full story, which gives you a good chance to speculate on stuff like this. But that is the end of this very long video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. It was very interesting, covering a mystery which spans through like 3 different games, with so much different evidence you could find to connect all the dots. It was really interesting. The reason why this video took a while was because, as you can see, it was really long. I tried doing something a bit different by, like, in GTA, having like the camera angles and stuff. You can use a Rockstar editor. And yeah, I just really tried to do something different with this video. So I hope you all enjoyed it. So thank all of you. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe, leave a like, comment. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys later. And don't forget, guys, Epsilon.